the chart. Bulls asleep but we wake. Echoes of the dip, now we flip the stick. Woke to red screens, glowing cold on in my feet. Dream beaches and freedom, turn lost to the sea. Back open the wallet, so safe for the thrill. Wave didn't crash, we build bigger still. Partners coffee vibe, our turns coming fast. Kids sketch shots, next pump makes them last.
Cash being riser.
Forums go quiet, we spark a new fire. To the moon evolves, higher and higher. Bears quiet roar, we turn it to a roar back. Shattered stars, we stack them in the comeback track. Strategies bend, we fix and reform. Chasing the highs to owning the storm. Hopes like glass, not diamond in the grind. Hush of the hole, we moonshot the mind. Moonshot the mind. Moonshot the mind. No midnight foam, stack smart in the shade. Dips are the setup for the wins we made. Steady gigs grind, rhythm in the blade. Rush to the empire, build it day by day. Squash as the L's, we rise from the fall. Laughter in the dip, stronger through it all.
Rewrote the code, no change, just the crown. Digital till we turn it upside down.
If only to watch this faith in a test. Dreams on demand, we manifest the best. Bears quiet roar, we own the whole storm. Moonshot the mind, watch the empire form. Shatter the stack, dim to the shine. Hush of the hope, we redefine. On the storm. Moonshot the mind. Moonshot the mind. Watch the empire form. Moonshot the mind.
Stacks on stacks, my ledger in flames. Blockchain buzzing, rewriting the game. Wallets popping, my coins ain't tame. G-feed jungle, I'm Tarzan untamed. Mining gold, no picks, no veins. Digital drift, no rust, no stains. Shots do the cha-cha, gains insane. While the doubters stay salty, stuck in their lane. Pump that fun, gotta shout it out. I see you, roll coin, no doubt. $1 million market cap, let's get it. Roll that bag, stack digits, don't quit it. Support your boy Degens, so stay with it. Buy the dip, take a trip, yeah, we lit it. Market swinging like a jazz ass rip. Charge do the bop, my mood uplift. Candles green like springtime shift. Bag so heavy, need a forklift. Red will scratch, my games rewind. Soul for chance, yeah, crypto divine. Roll coin anthem, the stars align. Future looking gold in my wallet shine.
Chasing shadows on the screen. Stars were about to align. Moonshot calling my name. Felt like it was time. Woke to the charts popping. Heart on overdrive. Promise fan the bag. Said we level up live. Nice in the DM. Squad yelling diamond hands. Bought a hype on leverage. Moon under command. Coffee hot. White vibe strong. Kids dreaming big screens. Hype train full speed. Chasing those crypto dreams. FOMO in the air. Dips looking like buys. Red candles flashing. But we see the prize. We waited for the moon. Yeah, dip, but we rise. Chasing echoes, now we flip the script tonight. FOMO to the wind, turn the dust to gold dust. Silence after crash, we crank the volume up. Moonshot energy, slip and grab it tight. What sank in the sand, we launch into the light. Rocket blast, launch at the light. Squad text by the dip, now it's fire in the chat. Rain on the roof, nah, that's gains coming back. Mom calls with the love, you got this, my star. Brother
brothers left turns high. Told you you go far. Screen glows with the green. Every candle's a flex. Futures in our hands. Next plays the apex. Built a castle from cold walls. Shook but we stand. Silent screams turn them to anthems across the land. Eyes in the mirror spark. Kids after the fuel. Fire never stalls. We break every rule. Not the bag that's gone. It's the grind in our chest. What if it turns to watch this? We ace in the test.
The ringing of the cowbell has commenced. Just can't keep my hands off that ding-a-ling. That's my ding-a-ling, by the way. Not somebody else's ding-a-ling. This my little ding-a-ling. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the turkey.
Added to the long, felt the rush climb.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. Honored to have you here tonight. And sponsored by well, hey.
The morning's gray, the clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
All right. That's our sponsor, Good Ass Coffee. We're watching Bitcoin here on the tiny 1 minute time frame again. Oh my God, it's crazy. Look where we are. We're down. So there was this idea that I had a while back, and I went over it over here. It was actually to here. It was this pattern, this harmonic pattern. We talked about it a few days ago, I believe. After we formed this over here. Now, I don't have as much stock into this because it's not really coming from the bottom. It's just kind of a local thing. But that was one of the scenarios that we're looking at. Either we can bounce here or bounce at this. That was less likely, but that trend line would have been the ideal place for us to bounce, but we decided not to and to lose it at 71,000, break below it, and played some games here before it finally decided I'm dropping. And here we are down here toward the bottom of this other trend line, which is what we talked about. And then we broke that one. And now we're going sideways. So this is kind of looking a little iffy. So now this purple line that I've got drawn here that we're under, I was looking for a possibility of us to bounce, and we were trying. Technically, it's still within zones of this pattern, but this pattern is not really where it's supposed to be, right? You can make a play for it here and might get something. But really, for the harmonics, we need to start from down here at the very bottoms of this run that we got. And for that idea, well, that does not compute. So we don't have our setups there. So I'm not looking at that, even though we did make it down here, as crazy as that is, losing these top areas over here. Man, I wish I was that dude that had an open short from over here, but I've been stopped in, stopped out, stopped all around, and whatever, what's nots, and all this and that. Here's and there's on the way down. But it is nice if you can catch one and hold it from up there, if you're ready and prepared for it. I can't say that I've done that recently. I've tried. It's the intentions, but I think it's the small time frames that I get stuck on sometimes, because I watch it on the small time frames, and I make my plans on the bigger ones, but I watch it on the small time frames, and maybe they have a little bit of an influence there. It's the only thing I can kind of figure that makes a little sense as a possible solution. So anyway, we're here on the 1 hour, and here's the 200 moving average, and we lost that. And the 9 moving average, we're back above it. Now that's bullish. Now are we trying to curve around here? This is the devil line. This is Miss Lucy right here on the 1 hour. This red line right there. We've been bouncing off the devil here. And it looks like we could probably go up, right? You would think, right? It's starting to look maybe kind of inviting. Maybe, but there's so many obstacles, in my personal opinion. I mean, we're giving it all the wiggle room that we can. Let me get rid of some of this stuff over here. We got a fresh chart. Are you a fresh chart? Are you a fresh chart? Let me see if I can zoom out here. This is one idea that we were looking at last night, posting up some possible target ideas there. Is this the one that I'm looking at currently? Bear with me. That was one. This is one major idea that I'm looking at right here. And this trend line here, and what we could be doing, the bullish scenario that we're looking at here, 4 hours is a good place to start looking for it. It's kind of iffy, and we're here on Friday going into the weekend, and it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. But this downward channel, or if you want to look at it as a triangle, depending on how you want to draw it, which lines of support. This is just mirrored from the angles there. But the most important thing that I'm seeing is this top trend line here, and we got a chance to come back and retest this little booger. And 100 moving average is sitting down here about $710 on this particular chart, or 67,500. My bad, whatever. We could be, our best chance would be to come down here and bounce off of that guy this weekend. And that could be happening tonight. I would say that it probably wouldn't happen tonight if it's going to, right? My concern, though, I mean, is about the trend line that we had, which got broken. And that little guy could possibly have a measured move that could take us down to these other areas, and that's more like around our 886 retracement area right down here. That would kind of suck, because it'd be coming back into this pattern and trend line, and in a bear market, there's a chance it could come on down here to these areas, and this would be one of them little high flush outs and things that we've been getting a lot of. We're not out of the woods yet, but it's starting to look a little bit better, you would think, right? Until you go to the daily, right? And you pull up your indicators over here, and then you got your first warning, and you realize, oh man, yeah, we got a red dot there. But it's not just that, it's the stochastics that are starting to come down. It's the momentum wave that's starting to come down. It's this VWAP thingy thing that's starting to come down, and it's the money flow that's coming down. So the bigger time frames are telling us, giving us that warning that this is probably not going to hold as bullish as we want to be. I mean, things can change. Don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. I don't know where this momentum wave is at the moment, but well, it's right here at the moment. Oh yeah, we're far from coming down to touch this little guy right now. Looking a little suspect over here on the daily with our indicator there. Let's not just take its word for it. Let's go ask somebody else their opinion. MacD, what do you think? Yeah, she's showing some decline on the old histogram here, so showing some weakness in the air, and we're at an area of possible support or resistance. Well, resistance, since we're under the support level, the 886 Fibonacci. This is it the purple line? The purple line. I believe, is that right? So what do we have going good for our favor here on the daily? Well, the good thing we got going on our favor is the 9 has crossed over the 21. That's bullish. It looks like we're going to come down and test that 21 on this particular time frame. And we can get a bounce from there and start heading toward this big, thick Ichimoku cloud. So, I mean, it's still possible, but I don't know what's going to happen with that this daily red dot. Will it disappear between now and tomorrow? It could, I guess, if we got the bullish scenario going. However, if she keeps plowing down into this pattern here, that's a little concerning. That would be concerning. So it's kind of imperative that we put the brakes on it somewhere around 67,500, about $500 lower. And the way the momentum looks over here, it looks like just get the ball rolling, baby. So it's a tough call, especially on a Friday on the weekend where it gets kind of to be the wild card out here. But typically, I don't know, a lot of times when we get the Friday dumps, Sundays are usually pretty cool. Usually. So that's something that we can look for right there. Let me come over and say hello to everybody. You guys can hear me, right? Let me come over and say hello to you guys. We don't have very many people here tonight. Just got about 7 people hanging out. I mean, it's Friday and everything. It's a little bit late. I get that. But not many people here tonight. Shout out to PMO who was first here tonight. Man, I meant to take a look at my microphone and I never did do that last night. So it may cut in and out. And hopefully it's working okay. We got PMO in the house. Who else we got over here? We got Strega says he's going to bed. Dave P. Duality C. Silver Days XRP. You guys got lots of letters after your names. And we got Haven Peck. How's it going, Haven? If Kraken is a bank, I just got a bank commercial on your stream. Well, that's cool. And we got Ave. Just hot the naughty. LFG says Haven. The alert woke me up, says Strega. Road Dog won't let me sleep. He tends to do that to people. It's not 11:45 and going to unplug the studio. Well, it's just 11:05 my time. I don't know what time it is where you guys are. People says, you guys don't ban each other, do you? I feel like I'm swimming with sharks. I've seen Nightbot ban people or put people in timeout or something. I think I got that under control, though. It hasn't happened in a while, but I think everything's cool. I don't see anybody just ever banning anybody or cutting anybody out. It's mostly for any kind of the spammers that come in, I think. Shielders, grifters, that kind of thing. We don't really get rude people. We just got all the cool kids hanging out, and that's just cool. Strigger says, I haven't been trigger happy in a while. Banbo. And maybe I'll get a loaded line on it, says Haven. Bobby says, do you think turkeys really talk? Well, this one does. This one's baked half the time. Still a little raw in the middle, just to be honest. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's start getting into our show and start looking at some things. So I'm hoping that Bitcoin goes up, and this is support at these areas. I need to zoom out myself and just kind of reorient myself with what the hell's going on in the market, because I have been stuck on smaller time frames and it's just not been fun. Because I have seen the market makers do so many dirty little tricks, going and getting stop losses and just going on stop hunts and playing both ways. They're out there doing something they're doing it for a purpose. They acting all hungry and stuff, right? So I think it's just good to zoom out every once in a while and just kind of recalibrate yourself to the bigger picture of stuff. And we still have not touched this 618 over here. And we haven't made it above. That was our chance to get above that 0.5. That's kind of important to know or to keep in mind. So we got that idea. Look at that nice little 382 holding that area. Well, it held it for a while, I guess. We were hoping to get a bounce there and looked like it was starting to, but then we got this mess. And that happens in a gosh darn bear market. That's kind of when we kind of lost that 100 moving average, right, on the weekly. Right up there at that point, that white line right there. And then that was kind of it. Now that, okay, so here on the weekly, let's look at it on the weekly here. We came through red cloud on the weekly. I mean, green cloud on the weekly, not good. That's what we were trying to avoid all this time, is to get into the cloud and have it suck us through and put us out on the other side. Golden example of what you hear me talk about with the Ichimoku cloud, and that's why I keep it on my screen, because sometimes it'll tell me something that I'm not really looking for. Our only hope is kind of a makeshift trend line area down here also coming in, as we lost this guy right over here a while back. I guess that's not as important except for resistance when we start making our way back, if we do. So in my opinion, what we're looking at, I don't want to ever see this line break. Can it? I mean, it can. I guess you could look at the one that we had. Well, you go way back, we never really broke one there. And if you take it from that perspective, that's what I'm kind of looking at. I don't want our main trend lines to break. And to me, since we're going up this way, that would be one to break. If we did break it, then this would be the next area or the next levels to be looking for. And that comes down back to reclaim these areas back here around 30,000. Now, some people look at that. Maybe it could happen, but things have got to get really bad. But then, again, look at our world today. Yeah. So it's a little concerning. And not only this, but the VIX is also going up. And we'll take a look at that in just a minute too. But that's at 30% right now, or gosh darn near it. And once it gets above 30, that's when the market's getting scared and things are going to be selling off. And that's actually when you got to start looking to for the times to come in. So typically, if you're using the VIX, well, we'll talk about it there. But there's some lower areas is what I'm trying to get at. If we're looking out and zooming out on the bigger time frames like we should, if we're going to try to be sensible and knowledgeable and about this. And so the fact that we couldn't reclaim this 50 is kind of a problem. And we had a chance to do it yesterday or today, and we didn't. This 21 moving average is starting to come in on this 100, and looks like momentum is not going to just magically bounce off of that. So there's pretty much probably a cross there. That cross can also give us another little push down, just like yeah, when you wasn't expecting it. Yeah, you can get one of those coming from that. So to me, everything still looks like it wants to come down, even though it may not come down a whole lot much more before we start arguing for support again. 200 moving average and the 618 Fibonacci. Those are two very important things. But still, from where we are, it's about another 14% down possible for Bitcoin. What does that mean for altcoins? do we really need to think about it? Do we need to answer that question? They've just been downward going all this time mostly, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. That's what the bigger time frames are telling us, man. There's just not much going on over here. We could, I don't have you over here. It's going to turn on the volume profile, but I don't have it over there. So let's take from the weekly down to, let's go to the 3 day, see what's going on. Now, 3 day momentum's kind of leveling out, but still bullish. Our moving averages are still in order. 200 still up here, but we got the death cross that just happened on the 3 day. We can also probably acknowledge that we got a nice little trend line that's right there, and that will also be some resistance if we get to come up to it, which is not, it's not saying like we can come up, past 80,000, if we can get up there, right? Or that'd be the area at most that we would probably get rejected from and have to figure something, what the next move is. It's down or sideways, So we got all these groovy ideas here. And this guy right here, we could not reclaim it. So that's a rejection from the 0.5 Fibonacci. That's not the sign that we want to go with. Now we can also go from here order of operations on our trend lines and down to this next place. Body top, candle bodies. Then that line on over and ooh, that one is telling us something. That tells us that we did get a breakout. We look down at the volume over here behind our, can you see it? Right over here, right. Is that right here? Yeah, right there. The volume right there spiked up when we got a breakout. That's interesting. There might be a small little chance right here. There might be. Man, it's dodgy AF though. It's dodgy AF. All right, now, if we were to go and analyze just a little bit more locally, after we zoomed in, we still see the downward pressure on all these moving averages, all these bearish crosses. So anything that we get, in my personal opinion, is a relief rally. And so I would definitely, any kind of pumps up that we get, I would be still looking for shorts. I wouldn't be focusing mostly on the longs. And at least that's my game plan. If we can get another rise up and I can actually catch the little booger when I'm around looking for it, right? So can we get a relief rally in here, come up and just a little bit, whatever we can get, because we did make a higher high, right? So there's a chance we can get a higher low. Let's come down to the smaller time frames. This is the daily. Look at our indicators real quick. Again, go over that. Remember, there was a bearish sign here. Don't forget about that. That's a warning. It can disappear, but right now it's a warning and it looks kind of serious. All right. So keep that in mind. That's got weight to it. We're going to come down to the 4 hour right now. And this is where we normally kind of watch things on the weekends. It's a great little time frame to watch as things develop, or for the bigger idea, right? And go by what it says. And it's saying we've got a chance to bounce. Believe it or not, we've got a chance to bounce here. I don't know how great it will be, but this is kind of what we're looking at right here. Let me go right up there. From bodies to bodies, if I follow the rules. What? Oh, you might be a little higher right there. You may have already broke into it. From there, unless there was a deviation. Okay, from that idea, that's taking it a little bit, that's taken to extremes, but that's still valid. You do have this idea. All right, we're starting to split hairs now. So technically, we kind of did break back into this channel idea. Let's see how well that transcribes over here. You could do a little bit better, to be honest with you. That actually does a little bit better, I think. I'm actually running with that. Still, we're below it. We're still back in the channel idea, and that can put us all the way back to the bottom of the channel, which would be a lower low from these guys. We've still got some other little variables to look at for support, some support ideas, just by trend lines and horizontal levels and whatnot. But this is where we can pull the old fibbies. And if we want to get the most information, in my personal opinion, let me go to a different chart. I don't think we need this anymore, do we? All right, this is our 4 hour. Let's look at it from this perspective that this is a bottom. It may not be. It very likely, I mean, the might be as much of a bottom as this one was over here, like a routine bottom. I've also got something else to show you guys. When you take a fractal. Okay, so we got rejected at the 382 area. We're coming back, and now we're back into our accumulation zone. So we got a little warning here. Being back in here, it can happen. It sucks when it does, but it can still accumulate in this zone over here, and this can still be our low. So there's a lot of, and maybe if we do get the bounce this weekend, which maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. I think we will know pretty soon. We're really close to decision areas right now, and the fact that we did actually kind of break a trend line, no matter how you look at it, it's not like I don't think that we're going to regain that trend line. I think we can just go above it and kind of sideways and whatnot. We will probably range through here a little bit. While we're on the subject of ranges, let's pull this little book. Is this you? Is that you? Is this you? This is you. Let's pull the range tool out and take a look at it. And it's kind of hinting that there's a point of control just right down here, right around 66.9. And if I'm doing my trend lines, I'm taking it from this body to there. This is, and I see this as support. This is on the 4 hour. It works pretty good on this chart. I like this myself. This is how I'm personally kind of looking at it. You can see an argument that we might be able to find some support there just based on this side, you know. Having this trend line right here, we had support before. And we can just continue and reclaim this 200 moving average. That's a hopeful situation. May happen, but also it could be a nasty drop. I think this one gets back under here. If it gets below that point of control, gets below this trend line again, gets back into this channel idea, or however you want to look at it, whether you're looking at it that way or the triangle, it'll probably just come on, blast on through. And I would think, well, we can figure it out. If it's going to get anywhere above there and kind of hold, we need to look at this area right here. And also, when I pull the Fibonacci from the very low, the wick over here, right behind my little turkey, whatever this is, whatever that is, but it's over here on this side. From that low to this high over here, that's where I'm getting this area, 886 Fibonacci area. And I'm going to mark this one right here. Let me make you a different color though. That's our 50% area. That's right smack dab in the middle between the bottom to the top. We're coming right back. We're almost smack dab in the middle, almost about to get to equilibrium right now. And perhaps that's the good decision point for this market to take. That's what I'm going to call it, the inflection point. I ain't got to use that word, inflection point. We found Bitcoin's inflection point, ladies and gentlemen. I want to poke it. Inflection point right there. We've identified where it should be, where it might be, where we expect it to be. Ooh. And where it is going to be an inflection point. We'll make up its mind one way or the other. But that's what we got out of Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. So as far as this weekend, wow, man. Hold on. It's going to be a shaky weekend, I believe, because it's going to freak altcoins out, I'm pretty sure. We come over and take a look and see what altcoins are doing. Hell, they've already freaked out. Oh, man, you were doing so good. You broke out of a little trend line, just like Bitcoin. Made a higher high over here. And then you got scared as all hell. And the only place I got for you to stop is down. Ooh, let's come down here a little bit. There we go. So what are you telling us, darling? That's at an interesting area right over here for altcoins. At a 382 Fibonacci. I doubt that it holds it, but it'd be cool if it did. That'd be awesome if it did, but it doesn't look like it wants to. So I don't know that we need to entertain that idea. It looks like the next drop area that we got would be losing about another $11 billion in altcoins. So shorts are probably what most people will be trying to play and look at right now. Unless you're just full on Degen and like, I can't wait to buy altcoins this weekend. Maybe some people will see things on discount, but man, they can get so much cheaper. The one thing that I was wanting to kind of share with you over here, well, before I get to that, let's get out of this. This is Bitcoin dominance. Now, she did get rejected, but if this one goes down and Bitcoin also goes down with it, if it's going down and Bitcoin is going sideways, then altcoins can actually go up this weekend. That might be cool if Bitcoin just kind of hangs here, right underneath an area of resistance, which doesn't really make sense, but it's what it's been doing for whatever reason. But if this comes down and Bitcoin comes down with it, altcoins just kind of hang out. So most of the situations are pretty favorable for altcoins if this is on its way down. So at least we got that and got the rejection. We just and that does qualify as a lower high from here anyway. It's higher high from these guys, and that sucks. But maybe we're getting what we need to. Hopeful situation as it keeps pressing down and loses this area, and then altcoins might actually be kind of nice. So that's a bit of good news, I think, as far as altcoins go. What the hell is this? Oh man, we lost our dollar thing. And then over here on the retail market, Standard & Poor, I was telling you, man, she's this is an area where she's tired. She does not look good. Looks like, yeah, it's going to be a crazy week over there as tech stocks and all that are facing some trouble. Hopefully we can catch some support at some of these areas. I guess we can go ahead and pull our fibs over here and see what. That's a nice little ride from down here at the bottom when everybody was scared back in April. It made a pretty good comeback from that. And right over here, this area, 62. Kind of where we're looking at that we could be falling back to, well, main place I'd be looking for. I mean, we can catch a little hiccup over here, maybe do something. That's just not good if that happens, but at least it moves kind of slow until it doesn't. But the markets are looking scared. Keep that in consideration, plus whatever we got going on in the world with everybody trying to just fight everybody and have all these wars and whatever, and send rockets all over the gosh darn place. And drones and whatnot. It just, I guess it's time for some more, some good ass coffee. Let's take a good ass coffee break, shall we?
The morning's gray, the clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow.
Good ass coffee.
Coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up.
Good ass
coffee in your cup. Sip it smooth, feel the rush. Oh, darling, nothing else can hush the blues that brew till the sun pops up.
Good ass coffee. It's the boldest, best coffee you'll ever have. Get your good ass coffee today.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. 14 people hanging out with me. Some of the coolest kids on the internet. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to have you here tonight. Let's get the chat out here and see what's going on. Nightbot says Roadbot Dog is sponsored by Good Ass Coffee. Coffee that's good and ass at the same time. Nothing like some good ass coffee. Your lips. I have no idea how I time that every time perfect, says Scar. We got Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going? Have you smashed the like button? Make sure to show your support by smashing the like. It's a free way to help the channel grow. Thank you for all the like smashers. I need to... So I guess you got a little text thing. You can copy this and paste it. I need to do that. Like when I go on your show and other shows, it makes it easier, huh? I'm sitting there watching. Or... Thank you, Joe, for saying that. Joe, if you don't know, is a fellow YouTuber over here, and he goes live every night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch him right before my show. And go over there for nightly alpha on the crypto market. Scar says, oh, we got some coin requests. I like coin requests. that gives me some direction. Also gives us some alpha. Zcash. That's been a fan favorite this cycle. PAXG, that's definitely been a good one. Arbitrum, SKR, and ladies. Ladies. I think ladies is down a little bit. Haven says, I've been downloading and using all 500 dApps on my Seeker phone. It's like a part-time job, but if I get my level 4 to level 5, it's worth like 18,000 US dollar airdrop in a few months. Wow. I remember that Seeker phone, and I was so close to doing that. And I'm like, I didn't want to have to wait. What was it? It took about a damn year and a half, right? It sounds cool though. Keep me posted on that, Haven. I like to hear about stuff like that. Or I get a 3,500 airdrop. Well, I mean, airdrop. You get the airdrops. That paid for the phone right there. That's what it did with the first phone that they had. How's the phone itself though? Is it work? Okay. That's what I was wondering. How would it function? How well would it? You know. Or is it like a spare phone that you just use for crypto because you know you get better results off of the other one that you got? It may be an awesome little phone. And I think that's interesting for Solana, you know, to be tied to that. And the Helium network, I think, is kind of underrated. I may have to look back at Helium again. Joe says, I have a Stream Deck and I have the sayings as a preset, so I just push a button and paste all the words. It can, or you can save a lot of money and just type in a Word document, Notepad. Well, I've got a Stream Deck too, but I didn't know it would do that if I was just, well, I'm not usually on my Stream Deck or near a stream. Well, kind of, sort of am. But I have to do it through, okay, it's going through the computer. Because I'm usually watching on TV, or usually on my TV when I'm watching. Okay. And and I'm usually chatting through my phone when I do chat. So I'd have to do something through my phone. So yeah, okay. Yeah, that would make it a lot easier using the Stream Deck. Sometimes mine works when I try to post things in here. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a little touchy. Haven says, oh, French roast. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, here's one thing interesting that I wanted to share with you guys, and it's just something to think about. Let's go to a bigger, cleaner chart here. Just take just a brief minute, but it's kind of interesting. Can we use this? Can we get you looked a lot like this one. Can I kill one of you? I'm gonna kill. Hell. I think I need another pick one chart. Just pick one. I'll pick this one. Y'all getting so testy. All right. So let's back up over here and let's just take a fractal. Because this is just kind of weird and interesting. And so I think this has been going over social media and whatever. But this was the last market, and we are very identical. We're very close to it, to what it's doing. And so a lot of people are looking at this idea. Let's kind of squeeze it in here to kind of fit a little bit better. So I want to take this little guy over here and squeeze it down just a little bit, squish it in, try to line it up as best as we can right through here. Do I have you up here good enough? So, kind of an idea a little like this. It's similar. There's definitely some similarities that we could be looking at. And so some people, a lot of people thinking this might be our next move, right? Or this right here might be our next move down. Maybe. If so, we're still at the high points. Let's put it over here like this. Let's try like that. But according to this, what would that give us? That would give us about $57,000. What would that look like on their fibs? From the low to the high. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I'm just saying. That's a little crazy. And that would be just enough to get us broken in this trend line. Come in, do a fake out, come back out, make people nervous, and then people start questioning the double. That's a nice double bottom. That was a cute bottom right there. Yeah, I got to say. But that'd be interesting. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Just thought I'd share that tonight. Maybe we need to lock this one away. Let's label this little guy as what color would stand out for you? Purple? We'll make him the purple one. Put him on the bottom there. All right, so I think I'm done with Bitcoin. We can start getting over. I just want to take a look at our bubbles and see how they're performing for today. We're down about 2 to 3%, giving back all the gains, giving back some of the gains that we've had over the last few days here. For the week, still up a little bit, so there's still some profit that was made. There's some still profitable levels that have been reached. They haven't died under just yet, but anything can happen during the weekend, right? And we did see that maybe it's finding some support. It's at a support level, but we lose it. That's the drop, right? And normally when you got a measure move, well, the measure move kind of suggests that this is total 3 over here, that might happen over there, right? Come back down to these lower levels. So that kind of sucks for altcoins unless you're trying to look to play them in that direction, and then it's probably, to your benefit. So maybe we should focus on that. Let's take a look at some of these. Let's take a look at Zcash. That was one of the requests we have for tonight. Rolling into it. 13 people hanging out with me. Thank you. If you haven't hit that like button, if you do it, I'd greatly appreciate it.
For those of you out there who have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
This is good old Zcash. And I believe I'm still sticking with this idea here. This idea was if it actually bounced from here and, continue and came over and made a high over here, those would have been the upward targets, but we decided not to do that. We decided to go to the downward targets instead. And instead of being support, it acted as resistance for this particular, what was that, 618 or something? The yellow ones are usually 618s. And what I believe, what we got this guy marked out over here. And I guess it depends on how you want to do this. You got several. What are you? Yeah, but you're there. I was originally looking at this one over here. I think I would have been seeing this. It's a little, yeah, that's more of a double top there. That it validates. And looking for this guy down here, but actually, I think what we got a Gartley pattern here on the daily for Zcash. Now I think that's interesting. Gartley is that's a bullish pattern, and it looks like it's doing its type 2 return. So let's take a look at this idea. This is that means we come down here and it confirms. So the 786 Fibonacci right here. So we want to hold this level, and it can get fuzzy. That's the bad part about it. this could be the type 2 return right there. Beautiful. It went up to the 382, came back down. This is actually looking good to me for Zcash based on this idea. I don't like the death cross coming in. That's always scary. But if you, they got a bigger, I think they got more bark than bite. And a lot of times we can actually see things just kind of do okay after that, right? But that's the idea I'd be looking at. Now, if we lose that, I'd be looking at support down here at 125. But there's an idea here on the daily that we might be getting a turnaround. This is 4 times we've been to this area. One time we wicked through the very first time. It went down to 184, but ever since then, it's been holding about $200 area here. So let's take a look at this one on, and as far as our momentum goes, we got 800, 600, 360. Could wick down and touch that. That's back at 184. So it could do a complete double bottom down here. That might be one scenario. Comes down and that's not what I was looking for. Where this one can come down and wick down here, and then you got your double bottom scenario over here. There's the same price. And then we can come back and have this a double bottom. First target would be right over here at 330, or that's the main target would be there. Its sole goal would be to take this guy out, right? If we get that scenario, that's his mission in life. So why not get paid there? And that's a pretty good move up there, right? That's about 79% gains to do that. And if it can pull that mission off, well, then there's a reward that comes with that, with a bonus round that can take us all the way back here for 474. So there's a possible idea if we're trying to forecast a little bit about what we could be looking at. And that sounds crazy, but hey, is there anything else over here that might give us any kind of confidence for this idea? Can we come over here to this Fibonacci and pull down over here and see what we got? Well, I guess that those measure moves come right over here to our 786 Fibonacci area. That's pretty bitchin', if I do say so myself. So we'll put out our standard harmonic targets here. And do it from C, but ideally we also want to include this guy over here from A. And then when we line that up, we see we got some confidence from that idea too. So that's kind of cool. So our 236, 382 area that we just identified Fibonacci-wise right there. And beautiful. So either way that you look at it, we still got around those same levels that we could be going to if we can do a double bottom bounce over here. So let's go down to so we see the setup on the daily. I like it. I like it so much that I will post this. I still haven't got my bot fixed to do all the cool stuff that it was doing before. Somehow it got tainted. But put this over in the trade setups for Zcash on the daily. With a type 2 return. Possible. Still looking for our confirmations, but so far it's ticking out all the boxes. So what this means that we should be looking for a long around here. And so we'll come down to the 4 hour and we'll see, well, what does it say? What does it think we're going to do? Because gosh darn it, it looks pretty freaking scary over here if you ask me. $208 Zcash. He wants to touch it over here. Well, it looks like it's going to dump down. You know, one thing we didn't do, let me go back to the daily. I do want to look at our indicators over here. This is on the daily. Stochastics are coming down, not quite down to the bottom where we would need them to flip-flop up for us. Maybe they could here, though. It could happen. And here's the argument, because we got a trend on the stochastic here, so we could suddenly flip here if it decides to do it. So it's not crazy. There was some bullish divergence that came last time we were here. That was a few days ago. Got the green dots over here, almost snake eyes. Looking interesting. The momentum wave's kind of tricky because it could just keep on going down, and that wouldn't be what we want to see. So we don't have everything we're looking for just quite yet. And that could imply the even dropping down here, which is not what we're supposed to do. If this pattern be true, and I'm looking over it again, yeah, that fits it. And what it is with the Gartley, it's that you got your pull from low to high, a 618 retracement, right? And then you're pulling from high to low over here, and you're also getting right around a 618 retracement. It's not the perfect 222 Gartley, but it's still the same. It qualifies. I like them better when they actually do touch that, but it seems to be playing out there. And at first I was looking at something different and looking for down here. Now I actually think this has got a good chance to hold, even if it does, have a bad day and wick down a little bit. There's some fuzzy areas with these that, they can hold. All right, so after seeing that, now let's come down to the 4 hour, where it doesn't look as good because now we got the ribbon flip happen, right? The Lucy line just crossed right over. It's like, oh no, it's all over from here. We're just going to keep going down. And that sucks, but, and it looks like it's a little too early, you would think, for it to start climbing back up the ribbon, but it's what I would think. So that's conflicting, right? And that's what makes it a little bit difficult when you got the moving averages, which are definitely tells momentum is heading down. The smaller ones are saying it's trying to round out a little bit, but I wouldn't doubt we get a move down here. So one thing that I can do is look a little locally over here. And yeah, what's this? It seems to be saying that we should be right at $200 would be a good place to try to get in, especially if we see on the smaller time frames. So if we see it get down here like on the 4 hour or whatever, we start looking at the smaller time frames and see if we can see some kind of bottoming pattern start to form there, and possibly even better if we have some kind of divergence forming there. That's where I look for it to try to get entry. And so this would be a setup to definitely keep your eyes to watch out for. Are you in our put this in our watch list down here? Zcash over here. So it looks like $2 could, or $200 could be on the radar here. And I would definitely look at I would be looking at that idea. That'd be an 886 retracement there. I don't see a harmonic that would justify it though. And let's come down to the 1 hour. And what are you trying to do? This is interesting. And here on the 1 hour, it's saying she wants to go down a little bit. All right, so we're not there yet. Looks very interesting though. All right, so Zcash, it's on my radar. Take a look at PAXG. This is tokenized gold. So we're basically looking at gold. And it's at 5,100. That was an interesting bounce over here. Now that was interesting to me. This is the 666 moving average. This is the 800. That's a bearish cross there. So there is some momentum loss here, even though we got a bounce off of them, and that's awesome. And then also the 100 crossing the 200, that's a momentum loss too. So looks like man. What do we have that's going on good? 800, 360, that. Gold make a lower high here. That's a little concerning. We probably need to zoom out just a little bit on gold. So is gold trying to double top? It could be trying to. She might be trying to roll over here soon. I hate to see that. So we got a trend line, and that will help us get out. Looks like if we were to drop straight down, we'd be getting out about $4,800. Then we can do our secondary trend line here, go to candle bodies, and that's exactly where we are right now. So losing this one, losing that 50 moving average on the daily, that would be, those would be the two things I'd be looking for that would make me skeptical. But it has a habit of coming down and wicking through them on a daily, so you got to give it a couple of days of confirmation there. Right now, it looks like gold's getting a bounce here on the daily on the 21. And the 9 moving average is still a good distance above it. It's not like it's ready to cross over it. So we got a good chance just to recover right here and hopefully respect this trend line that's not there anymore. Oh, there it is. Wow, that was a magic trick. I don't know how I did it, but ta-da! So if we bounce here, that is awesome. If we don't bounce here, what would that look like? I can't really get the. Oh yeah, you could. That's a little too close. Are you? Okay, that. Hello. My little timer went off right there. I think with my mic adjustments, you guys can't hear as much stuff in the background anymore. I think you barely even hear the cowbell. You gotta put it right up there where you can hear it. All right, so hopefully we're getting some traction and we're still continuing the parabolic curve. That would be what we want to see, right? That'd be what we want to see. I would suggest we go to the weekly and kind of look at our indicators to see what the strength looks like. And they're saying, hell nah. Hell nah. We're putting up a red dot with some bearish divergence up there. Hell nah. There is some bearish divergence right there. All right, so the weekly is not agreeing with that idea that we might bounce and go up. Just let you know, and the weekly usually gets its way. The weekly also has some definitely freaking bearish divergence there, if it already did one time. Now, ironically, sometimes if we're in a parabolic move, I'll look for 3 of those guys. Because there was divergence here, we got a little bit of a pullback. That didn't happen, not much happened last time we had the bearish divergence. Of course, it was kind of spaced out. But we did, and the next candle was a down one. We got it again on this candle here, so, and we haven't seen it play out just quite yet, if it's going to. Or maybe we are seeing it play out. Yeah, I guess we are, because we dropped from 55 to where we are. Right now, it's trying to bounce. It looks like it can come up a little bit. Let's hope that it does. But the weekly is, maybe it can't get past 55 again. Maybe it won't even get up there, but I would be cautious. I don't like what I'm seeing over here. And I'm trying to see if we can't get up there anymore, then there is an argument for coming back down here to this area. That may be why we may have already looked at this before, but this area about 35. So that would be the bearish situation, and the only thing that I can think that would make that happen is that there's no more fear of war or inflation. Is that going to happen? Are we going to get world peace? I mean, that would be awesome. I would rather have world peace than $6,000 gold, to be honest with you. I'd be okay with having $3,500 gold if our markets and everything and the world was a better place, and I'd be cool with that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But she's trying to get a little something there. Let's come and look at it on the 4-hour and see what it's trying to do. Momentum still looks good. Bounced off the 200, 150 still up here. I think it's still got some stuff to go that can still come back up a little bit. So we'll put that guy on the back burner or just kind of erasing, but it could be, all right? Could be. Our biggest thing is our main mission, since we made a higher low, higher low, is to take this guy out at 55. If we can't do that, then we're looking at this guy. Probably looking at that guy. If we can do it, then hell, I don't know, man. Let's just keep on buying gold. We're going to take a look at ARB. That should be Arbitrum. It is Arbitrum. And this is it on where we at. Coinbase. I'm on Coinbase. Look at it on the weekly. Man, Arbitrum is a dime a dozen. Oh, well, almost. Well, it's a dime. I guess it's $1.20 for a dozen. I remember when eggs used to be $1.20. You're right at that wick bottom right there. These fibs line up really good. I'm on the weekly. You got a green dot. You got stochastics headed up. I'm willing to think, even though, I mean, there's really no other signs other than that. The way that the fibs are lining up makes me think this might be bottom. Well, wait a minute. Did you go lower? Of course, we can get that from the top down to that first wick that we got in October. Did you go lower than you did go lower than the wick? Okay, so I've come down lower than the wick. It's that much lower than the wick right there from that bottom, or whatever that means. But when I do that, it sure does make these things line up a lot better. Almost perfect, which kind of makes me think that maybe this little gap that we got in between there might be the bottom. See that gap? I know it's a little crazy and whatnot, but what if we do come down? We're at 9. We're almost a penny right now. What if it comes down like 8.6 or something, just for a little quickie, you know? Because it's the daily saying, hey man, I'm coming down, dude. I'm coming down. It did have some bullish divergence here. 9 is trying to cross the 21 there on the daily. Are you going to do it? Well, it's rolling over though. I'm willing to bet we might be able to get this guy. What's coming up this week? What we got? Home sales, core inflation. Oh, great. Market Maker Fun Day. What is that? March 11th. The Ides, is that the Ides of March? Core inflation. All right. So this week, or this gets coming. This next week is going to be crap week. Market makers have their little fun days and try to take all our money and screw us out of trades. That's how I describe it. I don't know. Your mileage may vary, but that's how I describe it. All right. So Arbitrum looks to me like she can be coming down a little bit more. But on the 4 hours, she's trying. She's really trying to start coming through the ribbons. She's getting some rejection here. I don't want to see it lose that 100, but it looks like it might. Let's go from wicks to wicks and see what that says. Kind of gives us a little bit of a channel idea. If we're lucky, maybe we want to come down here. Isn't that crazy how this stuff kind of works? All right, Arbitrum. So she's holding on for dear life right now. I don't know if it's going to hold or not. It might. 618. We'll see. If it comes down, I mean, that's cool. If we do come down, we got this little range. But I would expect it to try to be bouncing in this area, though. That's just my take on it. Take a look at SKR. Skirt. As we look at, what's this? We got 2.3 cents right here. I'm just in a sideways range right there. Nice 786 recovery. Still in its accumulation zone with the main target we got up ahead being 3.4 cents. She's trying to get up there, higher lows. If we get up there from where we are right now, that's almost 50% gains there. Not bad. This is the 12-hour chart that we got. Let's come down to the 4 hour and see what's going on over here. Had a green dot the other day and a nice big candle spike there. It's trying. It's actually trying to. It looks. The moving averages look good over here. The momentum's on its side. And well, almost on its side. The 100 still under the 200s, so there's still a little bit of sandbagging going on, but give it some time just to cross over there. That one actually looks like a little bit more promising, that it's going to try to get out of this range that it's been in for the last couple of months here, or at least try to get up to this target over here. So not bad, not bad. Take a look at ladies. Why is it not showing anything? And we take a look at that on KuCoin over here on the 4 hour, and so far still trying to climb through these 4 hour ribbons. That's what we've been looking at on it, and it's had some good days. And oh, you went back up for another spike over here. That was cool. I remember this one. I didn't know you went up for seconds, and his mission was to take this out, and it couldn't. That would have been a great place, another great place to take profit anywhere over here. It doesn't sound like much, but that from there, that's a 20% drop on this guy. So yeah, that would have been great places. That's an 886. Could have been, yeah, and did a high to low, 886, 786 areas. Always good areas to take profits there, baby. And now we're just holding this trend line right here, and if it does lose it, we'd be coming back to test the bottom of this trend line down here. Could happen over the weekend if we have a bearish weekend, but overall, we're looking pretty good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at Bitcoin again. What are you doing, Bitcoin? You're at 68,000. Isn't that the number we were looking at earlier? Close. Still not really down there, right? Still got a little bit. Still might have a little bit more to go, but we just been dropping, haven't we? Sideways and dropping sideways. Yeah, you dropped a little right there. But look at you now on the little 6 minute, getting back above that little 9 moving average. You little salty dog, you. The only bad thing is that now we broke a trend line again. I mean, we keep breaking trend lines, right? You break this when you come down sideways, lower high, right? Okay. Oh, look, we got another one. Oh, broke it, retest it, come back up, retest the top of it, break through, come back down. You know, always a trend line. Now we got it. Now we got some resistance areas. It might even work back up over here and touch it and come back down, right? But right now we got that idea. Does that give us... I don't know if I see enough confluence quite yet for a channel. But we can go with that as 2 touch points and use that as a place to put our stop losses. As she breaks that trend line, she's more than likely coming on down. Bitcoin! What the hell, man? What the hell? Are you going up or are you going down? Can you not make up your damn mind? So again, a little bit lower, I think. Or maybe this was good enough. This is a higher low. I mean, technically, I guess we should be kind of looking at this. I don't know why I wasn't. I was going with candle bodies. But well, the wicks line up beautiful. Well, that's obviously the right way to go. And that lines up. Okay, now we got it. See, the first one didn't line up right, so I didn't want to go with that, right? This one, you play around with it, you got it. I normally don't go wicks to wicks, but it worked on this one, right? I normally go bodies to bodies, or maybe wicks to bodies, but the wicks to wicks got this one nice. So let's go with what works. What spells it out. So we'll couple this idea with, well, let's just take these wicks. Oh, we do that from here to these wicks over here. Oh, your resistance, man. What's up? Are you going to break through it? Are you? Can you? Will you? I don't know, man. Will you? You need to do it real quick now. Let's go to the 1 minute chart and see what's going on. I think we're going to try it. I think we're going to try it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try to break on through to the other side. Oh, let's hope so. We need a little excitement this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you. When we come back over to the chat, and I'll catch up with the chat over in the chart room there. I'm not paying attention, says Strega I bought a bunch of NFTs for an NFT trading game, but I bought them early on. All the best ones: Bitcoin, SPX, McDonald's, Tesla, Palantir, Uni. 56 tournaments. I don't even know what that means. Scar says that was my thought. They bottom out on ARB. It looks interesting. It really does. Looking for the double bottom for confirmation. See, he knows. You guys know. You guys are savvy traders. Maybe we just quit trying to explain so much and just start looking for setups and just trying to find the moneymakers. I'm trying to buy 1/600th the circulation supply of tonic. It's 0.5 trillion. Wow. Bitcoin forming a cup and handle to the upside. Or was it to the downside? Is it the flippy? Because that looks cup and handly. Is this the cup and handly? Look, a cup and a handle too. Oh, it's inverted, so it'd be down the downside, wouldn't it? That would suck. That would suck. All right, I'm just sitting here looking and thinking about some of the other things I've seen. You see some good analysis on YouTube here and there from other people, and then you see some that you're just like, oh, wow, man. Wow. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. I'll go to the end screen and we'll catch up on, some music and whatnot, and I'll catch up on the chat over there. But thanks for hanging out. Only 12 people here with me on a Friday night. It's a little lackluster. We'll take the night off early. It is midnight in the crypto world. Uh-oh. I can't find the button. Sean, where'd you go, man? See you guys over there. Let's change the songs. I haven't done this one a lot too, anyway. Are you a ladies? You're loaning it back to Tonic, 7 point something %. Huh. Cup and soda, head and dangle. Hey, Strega, you're still here. I thought you went to bed, my man. Good to have you. Thank you, Strega. Thank you, Vintage Garden. You saw, ladies. Thank you, guys. You guys are the 1%ers. Uh-oh, I lost something. Taven says, you guys are so good with your technical analysis, you can even trade a completely manipulated market for the most part. If you guys get any fair play, you're going to slay. If I could get a good market. Need the damn market to turn the hell around. Wouldn't be surprised if we bleed out to 6666666 overnight. Well, we're close. I was hopeful that maybe we'd get a bounce here, but we lost the level I was looking at. Even though we're hanging out right underneath it, that just makes the pain that much harder. Well, this is the 6-minute time frame, though. This is the small last one. It looks better when you zoom out. It does look more hopeful when you zoom out, right? And we're right here to kind of find out. But I still don't like that. That's got me concerned. But looking at your horizontal levels, just going across, you know, we're right there at that one to be tested, and could argue even leaving it. I think the moving averages have got enough to kind of pull us back up, hopefully. But if we lose that 100, then there might be a big drop, a sudden drop to kind of pull things down a little bit more. But I think the 100's got a good chance to hold. So I'm hoping here in the next few hours that maybe the 67.5 area will hold right there. I'll park that gun right there and leave it. We'll find out tomorrow if it does, or well, later on. But I'll put my little arrow there. Like, hope this holds. If it hits 66.6, I'll buy. Joe says, "Great show, nice work." Oh, thank you, Joe. I feel kind of tired actually. I just feel kind of like But we went over Zcash tonight. We went over PAXG. Of course, we went over Bitcoin and all the indices there. Arbitrum, SKR, and ladies, the things that you guys requested there. No news, I guess. I don't. Does he post? I don't think he posts on the weekend. I'll see if I can get the news tomorrow night. Kind of already screwed that up tonight. John forgot the news. It's usually his fault. Everything's usually his fault. We got to keep him around here, though. I mean, you would think that we should get rid of him so things would go better, but we figured, we just want to keep him around here so we can blame everything on him. Seems to work out pretty well that way. Setting that week's DCA at 66. She is a bear. Cool. That's close to my brothers. Ave says, "I love news time. I'll try to start incorporating the news into it more. I like when I get feedback, and then that incentivizes me to do it more." Oh, that's cool. Forgot to turn the music up. Well, ladies and gents, thanks for hanging out. We'll see how the world treats us tomorrow. Hopefully it'll treat us a little bit better tomorrow. I really want to see a bounce here out of Bitcoin, but who the hell knows? I mean, I'd like it to happen. A lot of people would like it to happen. It looks like it could happen on, 4 hours or something, but gosh darn it, the bigger time frames. Well, so far, let's stick with the basics. We've hit a higher high, we got a higher low. That's all we know. So far, that's good. Let's see what the hell she can do over these next few hours. Who knows? Clearing it up, I guess. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck. God bless you, and Jesus loves you.